Hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So before we get into today's video, just gotta say that today's video is gonna be brought to you by Beautiful Halo. And I gotta say, if you guys want to purchase some really awesome anime merchandise, everything from Boruto / Naruto to Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, click down in the description box and use my link below in order to do so. It's also a really great way to help support the channel. As a bit of an added bonus, a lot of their anime merchandise, like you saw in the video just now, is on sale right now, and there's free worldwide shipping on anything over $29. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys a discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content on the channel is gonna be spoiler heavy. I am gonna be trying to do videos that are non-manga related, that way you guys can continue to get content and you don't feel alienated. And I will say now is a really good time for you to try and get caught up with the Boruto manga, because Kishimoto, who is already the editor for the manga, is now doing the actual story for the manga as well. So this is a really good time to get caught up on Boruto if you have not. The Boruto manga truly feels like the successor to the Naruto franchise, not so much in art but in terms of story. It feels like the true successor. So with all of that being said, though, if you're still here, I'm assuming that you've already read the chapter and you're okay with talking about spoilers. So I want to keep it real with you guys. Like I've been waiting, I've been reading comments and I've been reading threads, and I've been going on different Facebook groups, and I've been kind of lurking on a few other places in order to try and see what the post on the community was, and I've not seen too many people actually bring up this possibility. I think that we're in a situation where Naruto could potentially be sealed away before the actual time skip. Now, I want to say, I think on a scale from 1 to 10, this is probably a 6.5 right now. And I've moved from a 3 to a 6.5, so this is pretty significant movement on my part, because I've almost moved up to a 7. So what makes me think that this is something that's very possible? So this isn't me talking about something that is a fan theory. This is actually one that I'm putting my name on. So the reason why I think that this is possible is in this last chapter, Ishiki, we've seen a side of Ishiki that we've never actually seen before. Let's just look at the character for a second. When this guy's controlling Jigen, the dude is just super calm, he's polite, he's organized this very complex car organization behind the scenes and in plain sight, and he stayed hidden in the shadows the entire time. The dude has no worry in the world. And then once he gets forced to get reincarnated by Kashin Koji in that battle, when Kashin Koji forces him to use up his karma seal and he goes into his current weakened body, even then Ishiki possessed a certain level of drip to him. You know, my man was just walking through, drinking the wine glasses, doing a lot of trash talk. The same thing with Naruto. When this dude is walking through the village, he's looking at the various people saying, I don't want to harm you, just take me to Kawaki. We just seen this dude, he's just completely nonchalant, super chill. And when you look at him now, you don't necessarily see that. You see a man who, he is desperate, and he did not become desperate until Naruto went into this new transformation. Like before that, when he's fighting against Naruto and Sasuke, he's like, look, you know, I'll just separate you and I'll fight you one by one. I'm not worried about nothing like that. When the dude is putting his foot on Sasuke's throat, the dude is completely chill. He's sitting there having a casual conversation with Boruto as he breaks Boruto's arm and says, I'm gonna feed you to the Ten Tails. You know, I need you so I can feed a perfect Otsutsuki once you're ready to the Ten Tails. That way we get a divine tree. So the dude's been super chill, but in this chapter, the dude's rushing forward and the dude is legitimately panicking as he's fighting against Naruto, because for the very first time in his life, Ishiki has felt true fear, true terror. And that's why I believe that the whole process of having Naruto get sealed away is going to be the option, because Ishiki has seen this side out of Naruto to where he knows for the very first time since Kaguya almost killed him that Ishiki knows he can get touched now. And because it's a mortal, because it's not a Otsutsuki but a a mere mortal using chakra. Because this is the case, Ishiki has no other option but to have Naruto sealed away, because Naruto possesses a new power that's going to be too dangerous, and if given the right opportunity, Naruto could be in a situation where Ishiki is not able to actually defeat him, or Naruto's able to inflict a huge level of damage onto him to where Ishiki has no real way to combat it. And I really feel like this is something that is very brilliant writing, because if you just look at how Ishiki's reacted to Naruto, all the small cues are there. You know, when people are backed into a corner, you see their true nature. So in the case of Ishiki, my man is kind of coming out like he's a little bit of a racist at this point, because my man's sitting up there looking at Naruto saying, "You inferior species." Looks like my dude wanted to drop the N-bomb on Naruto but couldn't necessarily do something like that. And the fact is that my dude, as Naruto is pushing him, Ishiki looks genuinely terrified, and he's constantly checking his shadow, and really makes me think about Sasuke versus Danzo. Do you remember how Sasuke had Danzo constantly looking down at his Sharingan arm, trying to discern whether or not he was going to be able to actually defeat Sasuke and whether or not he was going to have enough Sharingan left over? It's the same thing here. Naruto has already won the psychological edge on the battle. Now that does bring up the huge elephant in the room. Is it going to be Kawaki who's actually sealing him away? Because as Kawaki is right now, Kawaki isn't going to do it. The relationship, the bond between himself and Naruto is way too strong for me to even think that Kawaki would even remotely consider a scenario like that. However, I do think that there is a couple of possibilities here. Number one, it could be something to where if Ishiki places the Karma Seal back on Kawaki, because Kawaki had already been a vessel for Ishiki and had already had that Karma Seal on his body, that by having the Karma Seal placed back on his body, because his body's already adapted to the seal once before, that Ishiki's able to kind of pick right back up exactly where he left off. So if something like that happens and Ishiki takes over Kawaki's body the same way that Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body, you could have a scenario to where Ishiki, acting through Kawaki's body, actually seals Naruto away, because in order to produce a new divine tree, he can't have somebody like Naruto out there, because imagine what happens if Naruto goes up against a Ten Tails in this new transformed state. He can destroy the Ten Tails, which means he destroys a divine tree, and last I checked, those Ten Tails ain't growing on trees somewhere. So I definitely think that when you look at a scenario like this could be something that happens. Ishiki takes over Kawaki's body. Using Kawaki's body, he seals Naruto away, and Naruto's a huge chess piece that you take off the board. And when it comes to Boruto versus Kawaki, once that battle happens, it'll be the same thing of what happened. Just like how Naruto became afraid of the Kyuubi's power and said that, "I did this, I attacked Sakura." I could see a scenario to where it's just the same with Kawaki, to where once Kawaki learns that his body was taken over by Ishiki and that he sealed Naruto away, it becomes a "I did this," because at the end of the day, it was his body, and the way that Kawaki is built, he's going to blame himself for even allowing something like that to happen. So I definitely think that this could be the route that they take. However, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think? Do you think that Ishiki has been pushed to the point of fear to this point to where Ishiki would make this move? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.